What if events went differently? What if Hulk and Thor were in Captain America Civil War Part 2? After hearing tons of requests to continue where we left off, I thought, you know what? There's more to tell. So with that being said, let's continue the MCU fan fiction. We continue where we left off in our timeline. Thor, alongside Captain America and the Avengers, had defeated Hela after an intense battle on Asgard. Loki was able to retrieve the Space Stone like in the original timeline, while getting a different spaceship to pick up the remaining Avengers in the nick of time. Thor watched in horror, seeing Asgard struck down in the distance. Steve put his hand on Thor's shoulder, telling him that he did the hardest thing, but for the greater good. If the Mad Titan was out there somewhere, they were going to need to regroup and find a way to defeat him. Captain America used Thor's transmitter that was given to him earlier in this fanfic by Tony himself before Age of Ultron ended. Tony was given all of the news about what happened on Asgard and how the Sokovia Accords needs to wait until they can settle this Mad Titan business. Just then, the transmission started cutting out while Captain America threw his shield towards something in the background. Thanos' spaceship, just like the original timeline, intercepted the Avengers. The Black Order destroyed the doors and attacked the Asgardians, but this time, Thor and Loki weren't alone, and they had half of the Avengers with them. Falcon, Bucky, and Wanda started attacking the Black Order members, and at the same time, Captain America knew that Thor didn't have his hammer, so they were going to need to find another way to take down Thanos. Thanos raised the Power Stone in the air, letting a massive blast go off, kicking Ant-Man, Bruce Banner, and Thor back, while Captain America ran, sliding under Thanos, giving everything he had. The fight was huge. It was an earth-shattering fight to the finish. Thanos tried holding down Cap, but he was shocked to see the raw power of his strength. Steve was able to hold off the attacks just enough to let Wanda take on Thanos, giving her an opening. Ebony Maw grabbed Cap's shield and threw it at the back of Scarlet Witch's head, knocking her out. Bruce tried to run but was caught by Cull Obsidian, and Cull attacked Banner, making him go flying into the ship's walls. Cap looked on as he was being beaten down and knocked out, while Thor was being overpowered. Most of the heroes were defeated, but they were shocked when Hulk screamed and crashed back out of the ship, throwing Cull Obsidian into Ebony Maw. Hulk ran towards Thanos, body checking him into the walls of the ship, while Loki used all of his magic to cast a spell, making it as if the Avengers were getting back up. Thanos was confused to see that they still had some fight left in them, but what he didn't know is that it was a projection. This gave the heroes just enough time to distract Thanos from getting the stone and giving the incoming Guardians of the Galaxy time to respond to the distress signal of the Avengers. At the same time, Strange, via his portal, came to Tony and told him that they needed to talk. Heimdall was able to send Hulk and Ant-Man back to Earth, where they explained to Tony a massive battle was going on in space right now, and that they needed him to prepare his Iron Legion and get ready for a battle like no other. Banner told Tony that he doesn't know if the rest of the Avengers are even still alive. There was so much chaos going on before he was just teleported to the Sanctum Sanctorum. Banner was knocked out with a full power blast of the Power Stone earlier, and he smashed a hole through the spaceship. Heimdall took the opportunity to send him and someone else, who was Scott Lang, back to Earth, while Loki used everything he could to distract Thanos. The Mad Titan laughed, sang projections while using the stone to light everyone up. Loki fell back on the ship near Heimdall, who told Loki that his father in the end would be proud of him. Thanos grabbed his sword, stabbing Loki instead of Heimdall. Loki was dead, while the other Avengers were knocked out. The Tesseract dropped to Thanos' feet. He was about to pick it up until he heard something in the background. It was none other than the Guardians of the Galaxy themselves. Music started rolling in the background, and this confused Thanos. Heimdall was able to kick the Tesseract towards Wanda, who was down. Falcon helped Steve back up, while Thor jumped on top of Thanos. Captain America told the heroes not to let Thanos get the Tesseract. Steve told Wanda to guard it with her life. The Guardians were able to get to the ship before it was destroyed due to the Avengers putting up a good fight, giving them just enough time to come and help. Gamora and Star-Lord Star-Lord entered while Mantis and Nebula were in the ship. Thanos was being attacked until he threw Thor towards Star-Lord's feet. Star-Lord asked if Thor was the one who called. He yelled yes as Star-Lord got his rocket boots and was ready to fight Thanos. Thor told Gamora that Thanos is trying to gain all of the Infinity Stones, and that if they can help them, they might have a chance at defeating Thanos before he gets to all of them. Gamora told Thor not to worry, and she started charging into battle. Captain America and Wanda were fighting the Black Order and trying to distract Thanos, but they were becoming run down like the rest of the heroes. Cole was able to knock down Wanda, who dropped the Tesseract. Cap was stabbed in the leg by Corvus Glaive's glaive, while Proxima Midnight took the Tesseract. Star-Lord kicked it out of her hand, while Rocket and Drax came out of the ship, with Groot helping to assist the rest of the heroes. Thor was down for the count, but he saw a bright light coming towards the ship. Everybody stopped fighting. Earlier, a flashback shows that Tony Stark phoned Nick Fury about the impending doom Thanos will bring to Earth and how they need his backup plan now. Knowing what to do, Nick was able to call Captain Marvel to Earth, while Iron Man, Spider-Man, Bruce Banner, Wong, Doctor Strange, and War Machine met together. Iron Man gave Peter the Iron Spider suit and told him that war was coming. Tony realized that Vision couldn't come with them because of the Mind Stone. They knew that they might just be giving it to Thanos, and Vision left to Wakanda to hide out with Black Panther just in case they don't come back. The heroes from Earth went into one of the Quinjets from the Avengers and locked on the coordinates from Thor's earlier transmission and left to the Asgardian ship. Captain Marvel picked up the ship, moving at unimaginable speeds. Thor saw another ship that carried Captain Marvel and the rest of the Avengers. He didn't know who she was, but Thor figured out that it might be a friend. The Black Order were in a tight battle with the rest of the Avengers and the Guardians, but managed to overpower them. While the Guardians were taking down Thanos, Thanos grabbed Star-Lord by the neck and was ready to kill him before Captain Marvel flew into the ship, taking Thanos by the neck, punching him back. Thanos grinned, using the Power Stone to punch her, and she went flying. The doors opened in the Quinjet, revealing the backup of the Avengers. It was Doctor Strange that opened a portal behind Thanos and used a spell to try and grab the Infinity Gauntlet, while Spider-Man used his webs on Thanos' legs. Wanda was on the ground almost defeated and used the rest of her strength to hold Thanos still, while Iron Man summoned a vibranium blade from his arm, stabbing Thanos in the head, killing him dead. Thanos dropped to the ground and he was dead, while the rest of the Black Order were captured by the Guardians of the Galaxy and killed. The gauntlet was dropped and taken off Thanos, while Doctor Strange grabbed it. All of the heroes watched as Thanos was dead. Iron Man helped Captain America up and he gave him his shield and asked for forgiveness about his foolishness earlier. Steve and Tony shook hands, while Doctor Strange opened a portal back to Wakanda to discuss the fate of the Infinity Stones. At Wakanda, the heroes talked about the stones and decided to keep them locked away and separated. Strange revealed that they couldn't destroy the stones, but keeping them away would allow anyone who wants them to have a hard time finding them. Iron Man would still be alive in this timeline, giving Peter a job to be a main Avenger like the original Infinity War timeline, while Captain America wouldn't have traveled back in time like Endgame, so he would most likely continue being Captain America. Wanda and Vision would be together in this universe, so none of the WandaVision events would happen. Thor would go to space, creating Stormbreaker for another big threat when it arrives. And that is going to be it for this What If Thor and Hulk were in Captain America Civil War. I think the Avengers battled Thanos on the ship after Ragnarok, and they would have some time, giving the Guardians a chance to help them out, and after Stark phoned Nick Fury, he wouldn't hesitate to phone Captain Marvel, just like Marvel's What If Episode 3. This gave all the heroes a chance to form their own teams, not giving Thanos a chance to even get the Tesseract. After seeing you guys wanted part 2, I decided to make this video, so I do hope you guys enjoyed this Marvel's What If fanfiction, and if you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe, like, share, and turn your notifications on, so you and your friends are all up to date with the latest content. But anyways, as always guys, thanks for tuning in, and have a fantastic day.